the November Paradise Fibers Fiber of the Month Club bag. Let's chop top. Chop top, chop top. Let's not literally chop top because I don't want to cut the fiber. Here's the bag. Opened. And I see a bag in a bag. Alright. Ooh, and it's squishy. Alright. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Stuff fell out. Alright. So, the first big, huge thing I notice here is a wrapped up, it feels like a tote bag. Let's see. Tote bag. Awesome. This is a nice size tote bag, and it's a decent quality linen, it feels like. So, let's see what's inside. Ooh, it's white. I always love a blank canvas. And oh my gosh. Ho 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 ho. This is soft. It is soft and fluff. Soft and fluffy. Oh, this is nice. And you can, I don't know if the camera will pick this up or not, but there is a little bit of fuzz hanging out around the outside, which just is an indication of how soft this bad boy is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I should probably dig for the card to find out what this is. We're gonna wear it because it's, oh my gosh, it's like wearing a cloud. Okay, I don't know, because this will spoil what's inside, so we'll wait and open the rest. We've got two little baggies, these two little green and red bags. They're kind of like a faux velvet. It's nice. It's the little drawstring bags. Be nice to hold D&D dice in. So the green one, ooh, it's kind of heavy. Oh my gosh, do we get to natural dye? I feel like this is natural dyeing stuff. I'm not gonna open it because it's like powders and what I'm assuming is some sort of mordant or citric acid, especially because we got a canvas. Do I get to dye the tote too? And the whole theme is foraged, right? So I bet that's natural dyeing, which I don't think that, I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been putting videos up on this channel that I don't know that I was recording when I was doing my natural dyeing. I've taught a couple natural dyeing classes when I worked at Maker's Mercantile, so I have a limited amount of experience working with natural dyes, if that's what we're doing. Oh my gosh. How stinking cute is this mushroom stitch marker progress keeper? Oh my goodness. It's got the cutest little white dots on the top. Oh my gosh. Those are cute. And some blueberry superfruit caffeine free stash tea. That sounds delicious. And oh my gosh, this gnome hat. Oh my gosh, this is too cute. So we've got a gnome theme going on here. Very, very cute. So that was the two bags. So it's time to look at the cards and see what exactly all this is and see what this is. Oh, I should guess. Let me see if I can get to the end and look at the staple too. It's super soft, so it could be something as simple as merino, although it feels like it has maybe something else in there too. Maybe something synthetic, or it could just be superwash. Yeah, there's definitely something either synthetic or superwash in here because, let's see if I can, it's a nice long staple. If I can just grab some wispies out of the end. Yeah, it's a nice long staple. It could still be merino. I'm curious to see what it is. It could be like, I don't think that it's bamboo, but something like that. Oh, right, natural dyeing, I called it. I knew it. As soon as I saw that bag, I knew. Black walnut. So what's fun about the black walnut natural dyeing is my brother and his girlfriend live at a place that has an actual black walnut tree, and he has collected the walnut husks for me before. And if you don't wear gloves when you're husking them, you will dye your hands. It's a very strong natural dye. So it makes wonderful shades of brown. I have dyed with black walnut holes before. So the one thing that is interesting about it though is if you are not careful to keep the holes separate from the whatever it is you're dyeing, it gets into what you're dyeing and leaves like almost like finely ground coffee seeds behind, because those whole pieces don't dissolve. So yeah, very cool. So this sheet here talks all about using black walnut holes as a natural dye and how it is basically you don't need a mordant to use it. Kind of like I was mentioning earlier, when my brother was husking those black walnuts for me, he didn't wear gloves the first time, his hands turned black. So it's definitely a very strong dye, especially the fresher that it is. Now this stuff's all been dried out, so it does need to cook for 2 hours and cool down before you can work with it, which I did have to do that when I was working with my natural dyeing classes. So that's not a surprise there. It does come with alum, and it says not necessarily to be used as a mordant, but it does affect the color, so that's very interesting. So this is actually 6 ounces of Polworth, so I was way off on the synthetic or superwash, but that is the feel that it reminds me of. It's just very silky and smooth and slick. The long staple is nice. This is gonna want to spin fine, I can already tell, but I feel like, I don't know if I've spun Polworth, I can't remember, but I feel like that's one I've read was a bloomer. It blooms after washing, I think. We'll find out when I dye it, once it gets wet, if it will. But it says you have a 1/2 ounce of walnut holes and 1.5 ounces of alum and 1/2 ounce of cream of tartar and 1 empty wood pulp sachet to keep the walnut dye in. See, this is what I'm talking about. You don't want those little seeds of walnut holes getting into your fiber unless you want to spin that into your fiber. It will look like seeds, like little black tiny specks. And it is a natural material, so I can't imagine it being a bad thing to have in there. I'm gonna keep mine safe, definitely, and wear gloves, and dye in a well-ventilated area. Be safe, basically. Of course, it does mention that you can dye the canvas. Now, the canvas is a spun and woven cotton. It's gonna be a little bit harder to dye, and I don't know if the tote has been treated for natural dyeing. If it has been, oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've done the natural dyeing, but I know that you really have to get that canvas clean if you want natural dyes to stick to it. But I'm definitely going to be playing around with that. I think it would be fun, especially because walnuts take on a coffee-like color. I think it might be fun to see if I can't get a coffee imprint on the bag when I dye it. I think that would be really cool. So that was everything in this month's Paradise Fiber of the Club subscription box, bag, whatever you want to call it. It was in a bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy crafting! Bye! Can't stop wearing this fiber.